Hello, in this brief video we'll be going over how to create a Teams meeting link for back to school night. The process should start out in your Schoology homepage. You'll want to select any one of your courses to get started. I'm going to use my training materials course here. Once you're in your course, you will go ahead and scroll down until you see the Teams meeting link. If you click that, it will open a new window creating your Teams meeting sign-in process. Go ahead and click sign in. It should automatically sign you in, but if it doesn't, go ahead and sign in with your Modesto City Schools credentials. Once here, you'll see the button to create a Teams meeting link. If you go ahead and click that button, it'll open a new window. From here, you'll just add a simple title. I'm going to go ahead and label it Back to School Night. Once you have that label done, if you hit the Create button, it'll process and you will see a window here indicating that your meeting has been created. That's actually the majority of the process, but there is a few options that we're going to want to look at to make sure your Teams meeting proceeds smoothly on back to school night. You're going to want to check your meetings options page. It'll open a new window here. Once you've navigated to your meeting options page, there are a few settings you're going to want to take a look at. The first setting is who can bypass the lobby. I'm going to go ahead and select this setting and set it to everyone. This will allow anyone who joins the meeting to come straight into the meeting and not make me have to manually admit each person. The next setting I want to take a look at is who can present. I'm going to click this setting and set it to only me. This will prevent anyone else in the meeting from presenting or taking control of anything that's on screen. I want to be able to present the content I have for my audience and make sure I'm the only one who can control it. The next setting I want to take a look at is mic for attendees. I'm going to go ahead and leave that set to yes because I want to be able to interact with my attendees if they ask questions. I am going to turn allow camera for attendees off. The last setting I want to take a look at is allow meeting chat. I'm going to select this and go to in meeting only. This will make sure that the chat is only persistent for the meeting and isn't accessible after the meeting ends. Lastly, you can also look at allow reactions. Reactions are emoticons that are usable during the meeting, such things as smiley faces, clapping, and thumbs up. They're a good way to interact with your audience on a basic level and a good way to check to make sure the audience can hear and see what you're presenting. Once you set the option to your desired settings, you're going to go ahead and click Save. Once that's done, you can go ahead and hit close on that window and you're back to your main page. Once you've set your meeting options, I definitely recommend making a copy of the link. Once you close this window, the link will be gone forever and you won't have an easy way to get back to it. A nice and simple way to make a copy for yourself is from this page. If you click copy, you're then going to go to the materials section of the Schoology course that you're in. Once you're in the materials section, you're going to go to add materials. From here, because we copied a link, we're going to go ahead and select add file or link. Once that page loads, again, we're going to follow through and hit the link prompt. Now we're going to take that link we just copied, click in the link and URL section, right click and hit paste. Our link's now present. You'll notice it's a little bit long, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and name it and that'll change what we see. I'm going to go in here and type in back to school night. Once I've done that, I do want to pay attention to a couple other options. Down here, you'll see we have display in Schoology and publish to students. We want to turn off display in Schoology, but I do want to leave publish to students lit. That way it will post in our section on Schoology. I'm going to click add. Once it's done processing, you'll see here we have our link for back to school night posted in our Schoology course. Once you've created your back to school night link in your main Schoology course, we can use a simple shortcut to cut down the workflow and add it to the rest of our courses. Our first step is going to be to find that link, click the little gear cog, go to the drop down and select copy to course. Once we have that window in front of us, we can select the appropriate courses that we want to copy it to. You'll notice there's a folder selection. If you want to add it to a specific week folder or subject folder within your course, this would be the place to do that. For now, I'm just going to leave it blank, and then I'm going to go and hit copy. You'll get a notification that your item has been copied. If you want to double check, you can go back to your courses section in Schoology, select one of your other courses, and then verify the link is present. As you can see right here, Back to School Night is present in our other courses. Now that we have our link published to all of our Schoology courses, we do want to take steps to make sure it's not published ahead of time so it's not accessible. So what we want to do is go back over to our little gear cog, click it, and drop down to the section that says Unpublish for all sections. It'll give you a warning asking if you want to unpublish it for all your sections. You want to click Unpublish All. By doing this, we've made the link inaccessible until the time we choose to make it accessible. Keep in mind, you will need to go back to the gear cog, click, and hit Publish for all sections before back to school night. Otherwise, the link will not be accessible to your parents and students. The next thing I want to show you is how to make a copy of the link in case you need to send it via email to an administrator or a parent. You're going to go to the Edit selection. Once it loads, you're going to find the link that we actually copied from earlier in the video. You're going to triple click on it. It'll select the entire link. Once you've got it selected, you're going to right click on it and select Copy. Now that we have it copied, I'm going to cancel and close this window. Then I'm going to navigate to my email program. In this case, I have an Outlook email already open and ready to go. I'll open that. I'll go to the body of the email, and I will right-click on the body. You'll see you have paste options. That option you're going to select is the clipboard with the A. You'll click that, and you'll see the link comes into the body of the email. But you'll notice it doesn't appear to be active yet. I'm going to simply hit Enter on my keyboard, and you'll see the link becomes underlined and blue. It is now a followable link that you can click and go straight to the Teams meeting. At this point, you would simply address the email in the To box to whomever you are trying to send it to, parent, administrator, fellow staff member, and then send just like a normal email. Thank you for watching this short video on how to create a Teams meeting link for back to school night. We'll see you next time.